welcome to my review of SOBEK 2-player game. This is designed by Bruno and Sébastien Pancho, I think. Published by Games. It is a 2-player game, dull, aged 10 years and upwards, and it plays in about 20 minutes. It is a tile set collection game. Let's have a look at what the rules are, then we come back to my thoughts.
This game was provided for by Meeples Corner. Meeples Corner is an online shop where you can buy this game and many more at great, wonderful prices. Check them out at meeplescorner.co.uk.
Right, for the rules of SOBEK. This is the setup of it very quickly. You got your corruption pads for each player. Each player get 2 starting tiles. There is 4 more starting tiles in the middle, and there is 2 starting tiles that are always out of the game. You have your arrangement of other tiles from a stack of tiles from here. You can tell the difference. These are good tiles. These are character tiles. You randomly shuffle them and stack them around. You then also have these other tokens. You select 5 randomly at the beginning at the game, stack them down the side, and leave the rest in a pile next to the board. You can then give each player a different token for endgame scoring, and you also have a bag of coins by the side for victory point collection. First player will take the marker. They will choose one of the tiles in the middle of the game, select it, and put the ank marker in the direction of these brown markings on the tile. They will add that tile to the hand. Game will proceed. The next player can pick any tile in the direction the ank is facing. They can take character cards. If they do take a character card, they put it in their hand, and they can turn it in any direction they want to by their choice. Players can go as far along the line as they can or want to. Bear in mind, if they go all the way past other tiles, those tiles they have skipped get placed into their corruption pile, like so. They then add again tiles to their hand and choose their destination. If they pick a tile like this with a coin in the corner, they can either keep it in their hand or they can discard it to draw a coin from the bag. These are randomized. These are coins that range from 3 to 9 points, and it goes into their position. At some point, you're not always going to want to take a tile, so you've got one of the other 2 choices on your turn. You can either make a set of 3 up. Here, I've got 2 fish, and I've got this SOBEK statue, which is a wild, so I can count this as a fish tile, and I can sell that to my side as my turn. When I do sell a good, I can take all 5 of these tokens up, look at them, pick one, and use it straight away. This gives me more points. I'm going to score that with that. Then I put them back down, like so. Or, if you don't want to sell good, you can use a character tile. Like this one, you play it and discard it. And it allows me to pick any tile on a board that I want. So that's your turn. You can either take a tile in the row possible, sell free goods to the market, or use a character card for their ability. Once you get to a point that you cannot take a tile, and you want to take a tile, then you refresh the board with these spare tokens on the side, following the pattern as you feel. Then that player places again in the center square, taking whatever tile they want to hand to themselves. Game proceeds on. So on your turn, you can either take a tile, sell goods to the market in freeze, or play a character card. You can also include these character cards because they have a good represented to them. So I can make this free up and I can stack it on top of a stack of goods I've already got of that category. Once it gets to a player's turn, they cannot pick a tile, they cannot sell any more goods, and they cannot play a character card. The game immediately ends, and we go to scoring. First of all, players can look through their tiles to see if they can make sets up. So this one, I can make a set up, and it goes out of my hand. Then you take the rest of your tiles you've got left over, and they go in your corruption pile, like so. You work out who's got the biggest corruption pile, and that person who has the least corruption gets one of these. And if there's any sets, like here, so there's 2 sets in that one, you get 2 more tokens out of the bag, and there's 1 set in there. Then you add it all up quite simply, count how many tiles in that pile of goods, times it by the number of scarabs on it. In this case, 3 times 4. And you do that for each set. You include these. You include any special tokens you've got from selling, and the person with the most points wins. So here are my thoughts for SOBEK 2-player game. To be honest, it's a good little game. It's not, to be honest, it's a good little game. It's not inspiring, it's not special, it doesn't do anything special. It's a simple pick up tiles, sex collection, trade it in, trying to score as many points as possible. And there's a little bit of a race element to it. I mean, you don't want to be left with a lot of tiles in hand and your opponent end the game immediately and it's too late. You're trying to balance up, collecting enough tiles, trading in those tiles, and keep an eye on what your opponent is up to, as well as keeping an eye on the board and seeing where this Ankh symbol moves around. I played a few games with a wife, we both enjoyed it, to the point that she hasn't really won a game. She does question how I keep winning, but it hasn't put her off, and she keeps going back for trying again and again, which is a good sign for the game that is actually something to it. As I said, it doesn't do anything special in the game. It was created by Sébastien and Pauchon, who also did Paul, and I like Paul up until the point that we played it quite a bit, that it kind of got a bit of a bad taste in the wife's blood because she couldn't understand the strategy to it, and I kept on winning. This feels like that, but a little bit more different. There's a little bit more random chaos to it that is just nice. There's a little bit of take that with it, with those boating tokens that you can get. They're not really harsh, but they can really scupper your opponent's plans depending which one you pick. There's a few different ones. Some are repeats, some are individual, but they are a nice little touch. And because there's only 5 of them, you want to be the first one to sell, or maybe the second one to sell, because you want to see what is available and you want to have first picks. So there's only 5 that can be picked up, maybe 6 if you pick up the architect character, have a choice from the stack, but that's it. There's that kind of little bit of kind of race element, get to the first pick, make sure you get the best tile out of them, but they're all quite good. And even the characters do that little extra bit. They're multi-use, so you can either use them for your set collection aspect, or you can use them as their special ability in like a chance that you think actually this will come in useful now instead of using it for a set. So again, the characters are good, it's great. I mean, SOBEK was a 2 to 4 player game back in 2010. I've never played it, I never even heard of it until this came out, of thinking, hold on a minute, if that's 2 player, where's the original? So I looked it up. Wow, 2010, that's a long time ago, for that massive big gap in between. And they look very similar. If you look at, one is cards, this one's tiles. This actually feels like it's a big block version of that. And to be honest, I don't see why this couldn't have been SOBEK again, but using the tile system. So it's a bit of a shame, because one of the comments that the wife did make after playing it was like, oh, I wonder if the kids will enjoy playing this. Well, I did point out it's just 2-player. Oh yeah. Well, is there not like a bigger version? So that's when I looked it up. But it's a nice little game that you can get out with your other better half, or even a child that likes gaming. It does take 20 minutes, actually less time to play once you get to grips with it. It's really quick that you'll play one game and you'll play again, just to say, oh, I can do this better. So, and it's random. It's not all those tiles are going to come off the board. That is going to restart or restock very quickly, maybe, depending on the geometry of the tiles and where it ends up sending you. So it can actually be quite quick, quite swift. So that's another good aspect in it. Maybe I would like it to last a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it's a 2-player small box game that I would quite happily keep in my collection. And when like a bit of a quiet moment, say, what should I do? Oh, let's just play this game quickly. Or a filler game while you're waiting for your other mates to turn up, and you're going to play a big epic game and someone's there waiting. Oh yeah, let's just play this quickly while we wait. So all in all, very good game. Just like to add in, the component quality actually is top notch. I mean, it fit cardboard, but not that thick, and good quality, good illustrations, good iconography on it. They do send reference sheets, and there's 2 of them. There's one with the other one on it for helping you to quickly identify the powers that the tokens have or the characters have. And also they provided a scoring sheet for the end of the game, which those little counters are for to help you score up. But we kind of didn't really use it. We just calculated it in our head at the end of the game. But if you've got kids and playing with this, it's a good way of just helping them with their maths, which is another great thing. So bit overkill with this, but it does work. And this is a nice bag, nice big. I mean, it's only got a few coins in there, but it does the job, and it's not quite sturdy. So yeah, good. And it is going to stay in my collection. So I do hope you like this review. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It's all very helpful. And also I'd like to say this game was donated to me as a review copy from Meeples Corner. Big local friendly shop, which is online. You can find lots of goods from them, lots of good board games, and you can find this to purchase from their site, available now. So I'd like to thank Christoph for donating the copy, and good night. Enjoy your gaming.